This is the vlog about living in the car, but it's so the reasons I make these vlogs is because if I watched these vlogs before myself, I would have prepared myself for living in the car, done all the things I had to do, but I didn't do, because I didn't prepare. It wasn't a planned decision to live in a car. It was, I had no choice but to live in a car. And it was like, oh dear, I have to live in the car. But if you're thinking about living in a car, you have to do so much of the preparation you can do before you even live in the car. Like your downsizing, like getting your mailing address and whatever, so your insurance, like getting your vehicle MOT'd if you can, if you're near to the renewal of your MOT, to get your full MOT. Because again, that is if you've got half your house in the car and you have to take your car off for MOT, that can be an experience, right? So if you downsize to your 3 tubs, all you've got to do is take 3 tubs out of the boot, and then you can get the car go for MOT. So the mechanic can inspect the car. How is the mechanic going to get to your spare tyre if half your house is in the boot? Just a simple thing like that. But if you think about that when you're still in your rented room or whatever it is you did before, you can plan that, because then you'll have got your MOT hopefully sorted before you move into a car, or get a car with an MOT. However you do it. And I wouldn't put, again, for the sake of £1,000, I would just buy, if you're in that situation where you can, I would just buy a different car each year, because then you're getting newer cars, got more features on them. £1,000, you're going to probably spend £500 at MOT, aren't you, to keep the existing car. Whereas if you actually scrap the existing car and then got another one for £1,000, you're going to get newer and newer vehicles, which means that you're going to get less. Because the more you keep your existing vehicle, you can get rust problems in your vehicle, rust and welding and all that. Like these camper vans, older camper vans, you can have a lot of money tied up in a camper van. Oh, a bee. Worse, a wasp. Yeah, you won't go there, John. I don't know if you're still there, but that was the paper. That was that was a wasp. Yeah, I don't like wasps much. Wasp come through the window. Yeah, but you can do your MOT before you get here, right? Look at the time on the video is yeah, got a bit of a glare from the ball in the sky. Sun. Yeah, get your MOT if you can. Vehicle. You're going to get a half decent vehicle for £1,000. Second hand, but it's going to have electric windows, it's going to have aircon on it, it's going to have basic facilities like that. Excuse me. And at some point you'll be able to get, I reckon you'll probably get a Prius for about £2 grand. At the moment, about that sort of price. An old Prius, like probably ex-taxi or something like that. Which gives you the microwave option via an inverter. Just simple things like that. Just stuff that you can. Then right, let's just say you've downsized, right? Yeah, you've got everything sorted. You've got your MOT sorted. You've got your insurance, whatever. Yeah. You've paid if you can pay your insurance for a whole year in one go, it's better. And really you need to get yourself in a position where you've got a visa, £1,500, couple of grand on it, where if you had a vehicle, like a cam belt, you could just say, like, get the cam belt fixed, or get a new car if you have to get a new car for £1,000. You've got that money, you can do that. If you're in that situation, great. If you're not, it'd be difficult, because then you've got vehicle repairs and you can't afford to repair them, and then you've got problems and all that. So, the boss was there for a minute. Yeah, so, you're preparing yourself for car life. But then, let's just say you've downsized. I'm looking at time. On the thing. Let's just say you've downsized. You've downsized again. You got into your 3 clubs. You got your 3 clubs in the boot. You got your MOT done, whatever. Yeah. So you've got no mechanical problems for another year. And then you've got your insurance paid. So you've got no bill. You pay your road fund if you can in one go. That may cost you a couple of grand. But then again, you've got no bills that will come apart from vehicle expenses and fuel for a year. Okay. And even at £2.5 grand, it's still cheaper than paying £6 for rent, isn't it? And then you can enjoy life. Because you've got no monthly rent bill coming in, have you? You've got no insurance instalment, £100 or whatever it is, coming in. Right? You've got no road fund monthly payment because you paid it in front, if you can. And then what bills have you got? Food and fuel. Food and fuel. That's it. And then you've got any vehicle repairs. You get vehicle repairs, service or whatever. Yeah. You can get a service done before you move in. It's ideal. That gives you a whole year of just fuel and food. That's it. Which allows you more time to work less and live more. Right. Because you've got no bills, yeah. As long as you can actually save, put money aside for your car insurance and your MOT and your road fund for next year. Once you've got that sorted and saved, you've still got a bit of money for vehicle repairs, a bit of money for fuel, a bit of food. That's it. But that's the lifestyle. The things that then so you've done all that, and you're in your car, right? And you think, where on earth am I going to park my car tonight to live? Yeah. And then you need your reflectix or whatever, yeah, right, which you can make yourself. You can make them before you move into your car. If you plan it right, you should be able to get them from anywhere, vehicle place or whatever, or get them online from Amazon somewhere. Collapsible loo you want. You get them on Amazon. Just collapsible loo. If you cook, you want a 15-20 quid gas stove, no cooking stove thing. You get them from a camping outfit for about 20-30 quid. You can get a set for cassette for about 100 quid. Not a set for, but you can get a portable toilet proper thing for about 100 quid. There's a cassette thing that pulls out. Well, not for 100, but you can get it at a campsite shop and you'll see them. But then you got your first night out. You're going to think, where on earth am I going to park tonight? Excuse the fake coughing. Can't do it, man. You're going to think, where on earth am I going to park? Right. And but as soon as you park somewhere, and you think, God, that wasn't too bad. I slept all right. You do that 2 or 3 nights, go to different places. Oh yeah, that's alright. And then you think, you get more, after the first month, you really start, first couple of months, you start to enjoy living in a car. But the first month or so, it'd be a bit, ooh, and then it gets easier. And the more that you stay in your car, the easier it gets. You get pulled over, right? Yeah, you do. Well, you get not pulled over because you're stationary. But you'll get asked questions from the powers that be, shall we say. And all they want to know is just basically, well, this was them. This is before this new van life thing that may have come in by now. And all they want to know is that have you got a phone? Yes. Have you got money on it? Have you got credit? Can you make a phone call if you had to make a phone call? Because you're on your own in wherever you park up. Can you make a phone call? Yes. Have you got money in your pocket? Yes. Have you got food? Yes. Can you cook a meal? Yes. All the things so you're not stranded. You're just choosing to do that lifestyle. But you've got enough money and wherewithal to make a phone call or call recovery, whatever you have for your vehicle, or repairs or whatever, if it didn't start or something like that. All I want to know is that. And as long as they know that you actually, just like a camper van, they see a camper van, they wouldn't think anything of it, because you're living in a car, I think, that looks a bit weird. But it's the lifestyle, it's a massive trend of mine living in a car, it's a huge trend. Almost bigger than van life. It will be eventually. Because people don't have the money to buy a van, so they're going to use what they've got, which is the car. And they'll live their van life in a car. But that's where just make sure what actually went out. I didn't see it go out. I just didn't see it anymore. Hopefully it didn't come back in. And it's not an angry wasp. But so that's just a bit about car life. You're gonna find it uncomfortable for the first few nights living in a car. You're gonna find it awkward, difficult, uncomfortable. You're gonna think that everyone's watching you. They are, but who cares? And then, but it gets easier. The more you live in a car, the more nights you do in a car, the easier it gets. And then, because you're not, the first few nights you're thinking, yeah, but where can I park? Just guess. If you guess, just guess where you want to park, and then you think, yeah, that looks a bit out of the way, that looks alright, yeah, I'll park there. But another thing, make sure you can move your car if you've got to move your car halfway through the night. Which means, stay sober. Because if you've got to move your car and you've had a few drinks, you can't move your car, and you've got to move your car and you can't move your car. And that risks your licence, you risk your whole everything. Stay sober. If you're on the road, stay sober. Don't drink alcohol. Stay sober so that if you get asked to move on, you can move on, and you're sober and legal to drive to move on. And just be respectful of other people around you, because you don't own the space that you park up in at night. It's a public space. It's just that what's that? You may meet other people that are parking up overnight in camper vans or whatever. Yeah. You don't own the space that you park up in. You're grateful that you can actually park up in that space overnight. And you're respectful, just take your rubbish with you in the mornings, put it in the bin. Car life is as easy or as difficult as you want to make it. If you take all your rubbish with you each time, don't leave any rubbish at all. There's no need to leave your rubbish. Don't leave any rubbish. Then people will see that, they stayed there. Oh, but yeah, they stayed there. Well, they stayed there. Oh, it's all but me. He stayed there, but the rubbish was in the bin. The rubbish was taken away with them, and left no rubbish. That's all they want to see. Which means they won't mind next time you do it.